Hi everybody, this is our first update to you under lockdown, and where I am is in this 4-storied old house that the church owns. And I moved my family in here for a very specific reason, but I didn't come in here alone. We moved in with two couples, Andile and his wife and Tristan and his wife. And so what do you feel about that, Andile?
It's going to be awkward on our first year wedding anniversary, which is during the lockdown.
Come on, when were you married?
13th of April.
Okay.
Last year.
So what's your plan? Are you like...
this house is pretty big, so we'll find a spot.
Do we have to go sit at the bottom of the garden for a day or something?
Okay.
And TK, well, you've lived in this house. You were Lord of the Manor for many years.
I was. It was a bit more emptier then. It's a bit more fuller than with these guys. So praying we don't run out of food. And
so you claim to be an introvert.
Yes.
You tell everybody that.
Yes.
We don't really believe it, but you tell us. So when we get too much of you, what are you going to do?
I'll find one of the rooms that no one knows about, and I know every single corner of this house. So I'll just hide in there for a couple of hours, read a book, and calm down a little bit.
Cool. So tomorrow morning we go live with a whole bunch of services. 7 o'clock we have a Zulu service. 8 o'clock an English service. 9 o'clock a children's service. 10 o'clock another English service. 11 o'clock the kids are back on. 12 o'clock another Zulu service. And later in the afternoon, 6 o'clock, we have a youth meeting. And so TK, you're going to have to tell us how to get onto those live, because it's a combination of being live and not, we don't really understand that. So tell us, how do we get on?
So we've provided a couple of ways that you can access the whole services, including kids, English, Zulu. And so we've provided one way where maybe you have a bit of slow internet and so you don't want to go live, you're not too sure what might happen. So we've actually provided the links early on so that you can pre-download them.
So wait, you can get them already?
You can get them already.
On the website?
On the website. They'll be actually live right now as this video goes out.
But we don't want people to go to church now.
No, we don't.
No.
So we're asking you to not play them until Sunday so that
we can do it together.
We can do it together as a church, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Now what happens if you've got this particular message, that's why you're listening to it, but you don't know, how to do that stuff? I mean, is it live or is it downloadable?
So the great thing is we're also going to go live, and the best way to do that is actually follow us on YouTube. And the best way to be notified when we go live is to go to youtube.com, look for One Life Church, and hit the subscription button so that when we go live, you get an email straight into your inbox. Okay,
I want that to include up in all these various apps, but if I went straight onto the website, can I hit subscribe to a service?
You can hit subscribe immediately on our website right now.
Okay, and then it would give me the link.
It will give you the link and I'll send you an email when we go live.
Fantastic. Now, the kids service, we've had interest from the kids service from all over the planet, so we've been sending that out for the last 24 hours. Very, very exciting. But now we've also introduced a children's devotional to go alongside the adult devotional. So the adult devotional comes what time in the morning?
So it comes between 6:45 and 7 o'clock.
And if you don't get the email, how can you get it?
So the best way to get it is actually on Facebook and on our website. It'll be updated at that time. So you can make sure you're following us on Facebook or go onto the website. But you do really want to get it in your inbox.
Yeah, so if you're like an email person, you just hit subscribe and it'll come to you.
Come to you straight into
Same way with the kids?
Same way with the kids, yeah.
Fantastic. Let's talk a little bit about giving now, because one of the things we can do under lockdown is we can retreat, we can just look after ourselves, and well, that's not really how the Lord wants us to live. So we want to talk a few moments time about praying for other people, reaching out to other people, but also the government has allowed us to take a trip when we need to a supermarket to go and get bread and milk to stock up the supplies for this 21-day haul. We are partnering with a whole bunch of spas and a few pick and pays around the region, so that when you go and buy your bread and milk, you can chuck some extra stuff into trolleys which have got One Life Foundation written on, and our guys are cruising around in the townships and going to other people in inner city areas and people that have been notified by the site captains who are desperately in need right now. And that's fantastic, that our guys can get around. So apart from giving into a food trolley, we can also give online. And so that's where we give our tithes, which keeps the church going and the gospel going and the ministries going, etc. If you're not used to online giving, you can also hit a button there, can't you?
You can hit a button.
Tell us about that button.
So there's a giving button, and it'll tell you different ways that you can give. So there are various other options, EFT, Zapper, etc.
Okay. So we think that in these 21 days, we should carry on our tithing and our giving into seeing the kingdom expand, and at the same time also consider giving to the poor. We're helping them as a church, but we can go way over and beyond that. Now on Tuesday, we're going to call the church to a day of prayer and fasting. This is what it says in 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven, God says, and I will forgive their sin and I will heal their land. You know, the amazing thing about that text is that it's not saying the world must do it or the government must do it or unchurched people must do it. He says, if my people will pray and turn to me, he says, then I will bring healing to their land. And so the state president has called some prayer meetings. Trust you've been praying along with him. But as a church, let's pray. And so we're going to be fasting every Tuesday. Now, I'm sure you're not going to want to fast social media. That would be the end of it, wouldn't it? So whatever you want to fast. But guys, tell us how we're going to do the prayer meeting at 6 o'clock till 6:30 on Tuesday night.
So we really want to make sure that we feel together in this time of prayer. And so what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be live streaming our prayer meeting. We're going to have a bit of worship, and it's all going to be live streamed on YouTube. So you want to make sure that you've subscribed to YouTube. You can do it either through YouTube or online. And
not on Facebook.
We will also be on Facebook. So Facebook will notify us when we have a pre-meeting. And so what's great about that is you can comment and you can tell us what you would like us to pray for, what you're praying for, and we've got guys who will reply to you online.
So we think it's going to be a fantastic time. Adil is the worship leader. He's a drummer. They're both technical gurus. Their wives are dancers and play keyboards and so on. I don't know what that prayer is going to look like, but I do know we're going live. We're going live. You can interact with us, and we're going to pray for our nation. We're going to trust God to bring healing to our land. Now, Andile, you've been very busy on the app, because our app, we've had an app for a long, long time.
Yeah.
But it's just had sermons on it. So tell us about the app. What's it look like now?
So now you'll have access to all the daily devotionals, and we've also created a kids daily devotional as well, so that all those parents that are looking after the kids for the 21 days, you'll have stuff to do with them to keep them connected to God and keep them active throughout the 21-day lockout. We've also put together the Zulu sermons as well. They'll all be available there, as well as the full service for the English and the Zulu services for the Sunday meetings. Those will be available as well.
What about the audio? Is that on there?
The audio is there as well. If you struggle to watch it, you can also click onto the YouTube link as well, which will send you straight to the YouTube page. And if you want to just listen to it, you can just download the link and it'll give you the audio file.
One thing's for certain, old bullets like me are learning from these guys a whole new language. And the website, TK, what's changed on the website?
So we've really changed the website to make it a one-stop shop during the lockdown, to get different resources, services, make sure those devotionals are on there, make sure there's leadership podcasts, which we're going to be doing, which is really exciting. And all the things that we've been talking about, the foundation, it's really straight there on the website. So please make use of that website so you can download everything we've been talking about.
And so, we believe these 21 days, God wants to meet with you. What an incredible moment to refresh in Jesus, get stuck into the Bible, connect with your friends that are believers and non-believers. And there is not a season under heaven that God can't be glorified and this church can't be built. This is no exception.
Yeah.
And so, Andile, last word from you.
I would love to encourage all of you in light of Sunday morning. Don't just sit in front of the TV screen or in front of your computer screen or your phone and just watch. Make it an important and spiritual moment. Connect with heaven. Pray before you watch the movie. Pray before you watch the service. Pray together with your family. Connect with heaven before you even watch. Ask God to speak to you, because this is a moment where God can access your hearts and God can commission you to be on mission. So enjoy the service.